So November was weird for a lot of reasons. Some of them we aren't going to talk about, but 10 of them we are. I'm Falcon, and here today on gameranx we're talking about the 10 weirdest gaming stories in November. Number 10, the internet found a man who has over 7,000 videos of himself on his channel dancing to various OSTs from video games. Now, if you're not initiated on that, it means original soundtrack, and it's just perhaps one of the goofiest things I've ever seen in my life, but it captivated people. His dancing isn't particularly good either, let's just go ahead and say that. He's getting a good workout, certainly, but he does look fairly ridiculous. Number 9, okay, so you know how Pokemon Go kinda died down in popularity here? Well, that has not happened in Japan. In fact, footage just recently came out of Japan showing a bus driver, a man driving a bus, a bus full of people that goes all around the city, which is also full of people, especially in Japan, where everything is much more closely quartered and there are much more people in every small area, playing Pokemon Go while driving the bus. Like, you've heard stories about people driving around with a phone, causing accidents because they were playing Pokemon Go, but driving a bus? Driving a bus. That is, without a doubt, the most irresponsible place that you could play Pokemon Go I can think of while driving a bus. I mean, in all honesty, once you get to a certain point in a plane, I'm sure it's less dangerous to play Pokemon Go. Takeoff, sure, difficult, very involved, etc. But once you hit autopilot, which is what you do for the majority of the flight, I'm sure a little bit of Pokemon Go is okay, although I don't know exactly what you would find up there. But there's no autopilot in a bus, and there's no area in densely populated Tokyo which you're driving a bus around where you don't kill a bunch of people because you were driving a bus and playing with your phone. Like, holy shit. Number 8, so this guy Rudism likes to make different things into controllers. He's done it with a lot of edibles, done it with a lot of random objects, and now he's done it with a microwave. Yes, that's right, he's wired up a microwave to be a game controller. A lot of people get really jazzed about this and say things like, oh yes, the PC supports any controller you want. And it's like, cool. The only reason I'm happy about that is so that this guy can continue to make different things into controllers, because I love watching it. To be clear, I don't want a microwave as a controller. For me, I don't want that. Number 7, filed under weird controversy. The Assassin's Creed Ezio collection includes a super duper weird looking guy who will randomly appear in certain sets of NPCs during certain sets of cutscenes. He looks like an idiot. That's pretty much the only way you can describe it. He's a bug-eyed looking freakazoid thing. Like, he does not fit in with any of the other NPCs at all. He looks bad. And there has been a massive argument over this man. Fans of the series have tried to defend it, saying this was in the original game, it was possible to happen then. You can call it a bug, you can call it kind of a flaw in the system, you can call it whatever. If it randomly placed that face on a character that can show up, I say the thing that needs to be done on Ubisoft's part before the game comes out is play it enough times to see that face, because multiple websites now have gotten this guy, showing that it's not infrequent enough to never happen. It seems like they should have noticed it and been like, take that face out. That looks fucking dumb. Number 6, an 11-year-old was caught driving on the Ontario highway at a speed of 120 kilometers per hour and was pulled over by police, returned home safely, and didn't hurt anyone. That's always good to know. But he did this because he'd played Grand Theft Auto 5 and wanted to drive. Now, the implication news outlets have been using with this story is that because of Grand Theft Auto, he did this. And while it's certainly probably partially the impetus of it, the problem is that's not the only place he can see people driving stuff. That's not the only place he can know what driving is or want to experience it because he saw. I just find that kind of really ridiculous that that's the angle the news has taken on this one. Oh yeah, he's playing video games, so that's why he did it. No, there's literally no blame to place on the parents for leaving their keys around and never telling their child that they're not supposed to take their keys and go turn on the car and drive away by age 11, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure the mommy and daddy are the ones that drive conversation. Probably should have happened by that point. It's just stupid. I hate any effort to blame shit like this on video games. Number 5, apparently during the development of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, somebody said, you know what would be a good idea? If we made it so that people who bought the game in any other way besides the Windows 10 store were separated in the multiplayer from people who bought it on the Windows 10 store. Less people are buying it on that platform. In fact, a lot less people. Not a few less, like a lot less. There's not very many people playing the multiplayer on that version of the game, which doesn't make any sense. To me, that's the kind of idea you have when you're like, how do I tank this business for insurance fraud purposes? Fortunately, good guy Microsoft is around and like, yeah, they really fucked up on that. There's nobody playing it. You can have a refund if you want. And then you can take that refund and promptly go to Steam and buy it there because everybody's playing multiplayer there and in any other way. Like there are no other walls besides the Windows 10 store. That's it. Number 4, they found a vagina in Watch Dogs 2. This caused quite a stir, as you might expect, but really I don't understand why. And you know what? It's not even inherently sexual to do that. If it's not with a dick anyway. So really, like, what? This is one of those stories that frustrated me. Like, who cares? What's weird about it, though, is that it seems like everybody on the planet cares. Number 3, Google is teaching an AI to play Starcraft 2 with real players. Or rather, it's just setting it out within the game and having it learn to do it itself. Google and Blizzard have partnered together to teach an artificial intelligence how to beat people in war scenarios. It's like, really? Like, I'm not one of those people who says that AI is going to be the end of humanity. I actually don't think that. I think that it's actually very useful and it's going to produce a lot of wonderful things for humanity. And this particular experiment will even uncover a lot of information that I think progresses not just AI, but really everything in some way. That being said, publicity-wise, this really sounds exactly like something that would give us like a machine-based apocalypse. So thanks for that, Google DeepMind. Number 2, a diamond holiday promotion. Hellsberg Diamonds, which is not a small company, might I add, created a promotion where if you spend $1,000 on jewelry, diamond jewelry, you'll also get a free Xbox One S. Which, by the way, that's $299, so making the assumption that they just buy Xbox One S's to hand out alongside these diamonds, that means it's still worth it to sell a diamond at $1,000. And finally, number 1, Razer made a joke making fun of the MacBook Pro's lack of an SD card slot, and it goes like this: you call yourself capital Pro S my D. Get it? My position on that is, wow, what a stupid thing to start a fight over, and that goes out to Razer, who had to know that people were going to get mad about this, PC people, for thinking what kind of computer you play games on, or don't play games on, or just do anything on, isn't a matter of personal taste, and that there is some sort of objective right answer, and Mac people. All 3 of those groups. That is stupid. You're all stupid. Stop this. Thanks. What a weird and frustrating month of, whatever you want to call this shit. Could you believe this month? Let's just talk in the comments about whatever you want. I don't care. As long as it happened in November and it's not Trump being elected. I don't want to talk about that. This isn't the place for that. But if you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. And if you're not subscribed, now would be a great time to do so. We upload brand new videos all the time, and the best way to see them first is a subscription. As always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I am Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at FalconTheHero, and we'll see you next time right here on gameranx.